By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
From the return, the Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. Our game here featuring the top 2 running backs in the NFL last year in terms of yardage. And Derrick Henry on the carry there. He was the NFL leader at 1,540. But if you remember Nick Chubb, he thought he was going to win the title on the final day, but wound up settling for second, just 46 yards behind Henry. On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. And right away, he lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Mayfield now. And finding the tight end Hooper. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
It's a gain of 15.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys. But you and I both know that's easier said than done. When the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down. And it did right there. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now Mayfield. And this is incomplete. Austin Hooper, Pro Bowler a year ago, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Third and short yardage. Mayfield. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Mayfield with it once more. The quick slant caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
Makes the score Browns 7, Titans nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll toss this out to Evans. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
On 2nd and 12, Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
At their 49-yard line.
That's out to the left, flat and complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and get it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Throwing, Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 30.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill under pressure again, and down he goes again. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long.
There you go, right here. Waiting. 59, Mike to 59. Let's go, B, let's go. All right, let's get there. Mike.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that's...
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start with a give to Henry. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
Henry, the ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
9-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well, because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get into the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will make it into the end zone. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
7.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And his throw is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Complete to number 8.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
A screen to Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen, broke off his pass rush, and then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because
now Mayfield lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Trying to get it to Landry there, and it's 3rd and short.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And it's complete. Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
He was brought down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
12 yards there and a first down.
And a nice carry and a first down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished second in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground and got into the end zone 8 times. And how about this for durability? Has not missed a game in his NFL career. What a bounce back from a big-time knee injury while at the University of Georgia.
Mayfield throwing complete there to Hooper. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Tannehill. Quick slant to Brown. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On second down, here's Henry. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
At the 39-yard.
False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman, certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Tannehill now to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
3-yard line.
On first down, it's Tannehill. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
At the 18-yard line.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
His throw caught at about the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Bailey now for the extra point. missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Titans 20, Browns 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
First down, Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
First down, Cleveland.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
32-yard line.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Tannehill. Caught right side, Tate. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
At the Browns' 5-yard line.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2.
Block. 43 is the mark, boy. 43. Check.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Browns drive about to get started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction.
It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
15.
A big play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Browns can grab the lead if they hit the extra point. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with it. Well, that's going to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Calling a pickup of 7. Well, that'll bring up second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now the 7th-year running back, it's Le'Veon Bell. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in the running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
At the 48-yard line.
Here we go. Waiting! Lights 59. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Check 59. Mike is 50.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
They red zone coverage there and thought there was some space to send their guy right into the middle on a slant, hoping he would get lost. Instead, they read it quite well and closed quickly.
59 Mike. Check. 59.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill towards the end zone for Brown. And this is going to be intercepted. That's the rookie from LSU, Grant Delpit. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Intercepted.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's a gain of 9.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
28. Titans 20.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
To throw on 2nd and 6, Tannehill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now it's Tannehill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Now the ball comes loose. So that one will be accepted. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Tannehill. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the ground, it's Chubb. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
2nd 10 coming up here in Nashville. 3rd quarter action. Now Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2.
Let's go.
Mayfield looks to throw, and this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
36, Titans 20.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now.
Makes the score Browns 43, Titans 20.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will make it into the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd
on 2nd down now. It's Bell, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Myles Garrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill, and the pressure gets to him again. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Silver. Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9". I can't believe they let you play.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The 47-yard line.
Hey, 133. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Up.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown.
A big play there. 47 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 38. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great...
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by John Johnson. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Brings up
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
21-yard line.
They run it again with Chubb. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And 8 yards.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
Yeah, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on 1st down. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Parkey is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out.
And now here is another interception. John Johnson with the INT. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
On the stop.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
14-yard line.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3. Today's final score, Browns.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator,